Hello everyone and welcome back to Banished MegaMod 9 with me, Vayify. I can't remember if the last video I did was Banished, I think it was, and I had a bit of a cold. After about a week I've recovered. So I'm not sounding as nasally as I was before. It's still kind of a little bit of a, I guess you could say, aftermath of that. But I was in Manchester on the weekend for my 41st birthday. Jesus, that makes me feel so old. It's unbelievable. I mean, I look in the mirror and don't think I'm that old, but I certainly am. I was wondering if I'd get this episode out today or not, and happy 4th of July to any of the Americans that are watching this, whether it's today or in the days coming, or maybe even years later, you never know. But I got a GeForce RTX card from my partner for my birthday, so the first thing I wanted to do was obviously get that in the computer, so it kind of put me back a little bit with this, but you know, I'm here and I've recorded. The game doesn't perform any better, so I guess it's just down to the coding of the game now. Obviously, we do have a lot of population, and here's a question for those that sort of build bigger sort of settlements. At any point, do you think to yourself, maybe there's a better way of doing this and I could slowly but surely cull the population? It sounds awful when you put it that way, but I'm thinking of, like, obviously we have some greenhouses. There's going to be more of an emphasis on those. I would like to get some orchards in as well, just because they're nice, but they do produce food. And as I've said in the past about obviously trading for food, because look, we do that today, don't we? It's the thing we do. You know, we'll get strawberries in the UK in the middle of winter because they don't come from the UK. So that it's a realistic thing, and doing that potentially means I could cut down the population, which may or may not speed the game up, I don't know. But then, you know, I can sort of focus on building sort of smaller farming areas, a little bit like this, rather than this big sort of town here, because that's a lot of people in a very small area. Most of them are probably working around it. Excuse me, coughing myself to death. Most of them are probably working in this area anyway, and if they're not, oh, it's an autosave, it is. The other thing is you'll find like laborers and builders if they're not doing anything, and they tend to occupy houses, I've noticed, where nothing is going on as such, because, well, they can go from anywhere, can't they, and do their job. So a lot of these houses over here are laborers and builders, which is what I suspected before even checking. Because that makes sense. There's a lot of things to be moved to and from these sort of areas, and if I'm not building, well, they're going to go into houses as far away from the places where there's jobs for people to actually do the, you know, the job, whether it's a woodcutter needing to be near, I say a woodcutter, a forester needing to be near a forester's lodge, for example. But anyway, yeah, it's just some sort of random thoughts, and obviously we did the sheep in the last one, but just where it's very slow. Actually, it doesn't seem as slow at the moment, but where it is, things are just not moving along as quickly as possible. Salt. I think we have a lot of salt and we're not really using it. What was it? It was fertilizer we were after, wasn't it? Oh man, I wish you could search these things, or at least if it'd be in alphabetical order. I feel like sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. So we'll just have a quick nosy through. I'm probably going to scroll past it anyway, because I don't want to spend all day just looking at it. No, there isn't any anyway, so that's fair enough. Thank you, Mr. Trader. So I am going to try and trade for some bits here and there, and then just, you know, as people die, the houses will become available, and at some point, just with regards to population, obviously, you know, it's kind of flatline. Well, I mean, that's the last year. Let's go over 5 years. I mean, it is increasing steadily. If we go over 100 years, I mean, there's a huge spike there, but it's probably where I've built loads of houses and people have moved. I'd just like to bring it down a little bit, I feel like, because it's just, yeah, it's a little bit too much for the game to handle. But that's a lot of wittering. So what are we going to do? Well, first off, we obviously have our fodder, and I've added another fodder over here because we're going to need that. But I'm thinking for this episode, we're just going to work on this area a little bit. In front of Notre Dame, we're going to extend out this canal a little bit further. I may only just bring it up to here. I don't think I'll bring it across. I was thinking about it, but not so sure. And we need to remove these two fishermen because I want to put the town hall in this area. And I don't want the fishermen in front of it. It just, yeah, it doesn't sort of work for me. So we're going to put the town hall in here. And I still think I'm probably going to put a sort of maze slash, I don't want to call it a zoo because I've done that before, but we're going to put something decorative over here. So it's going to use the space but not cause too many problems for the game. And I've still not found the fountains I was looking for previously to put in front of Notre Dame, but you know, that is what it is. Well, let's mark some of this up because it's winter, so we're going to have quite a few farmers not doing much, I would think. And I'm really liking this area. It just needs a few like finishing touches here and there, but it's just nice. It's probably too spacious for this sort of area, or for this, you know, style of town. I think everything would be crammed in together, but it's sort of aesthetically pleasing. What are you? Oh, we got 2 traders. Wait, you're a seed trader. Peaches are trees, aren't they? And so are cherries. Let's pin you there because you may come back. Goats and pigs. We need any. I think I wanted to get those. Or did I get? Oh, I've got them already. Look, I forgot. We have pig goats, all sort of intertwined together. So we're gonna have to do that. Let me just check. So cherries and peaches. Do we have? We got orange, so there's some trees, and apples, so we can do those. I don't think we've got any blueberries out yet, albeit not a tree. We've got blueberries twice. Blueberry. We got blueberry and blueberries. Okay, yeah, so if we can afford this, which I'd like to think we can. I don't even think we need to put that many, I could be wrong. Okay, we need more. Let's go with the 100. We need 5,000 more. These statues are worth a pretty penny, so let's just whack a few of them in because we got them. We got 6 of those in there. We're probably going to use all of this. It's 120. Yeah, let's try it. We may not even have enough. Oh, okay. Well, we may have to pin you and keep you. We'll come back to you. No problem. But we have pigs and goats, so we're going to have to do that first. Well, that's completely knocked me off the stride of what I was going to do, but not a problem. Maybe if we've got the farms here. I kept saying about having farms over here, and now we have tinned stuff here, but it's beef. Okay. But this would require putting more houses if I use here. Ooh, decisions. I didn't want to build so close to the wall. But I'm just wondering. It may make sense to, because yeah. Unless I put the orchards in here, but then the orchards are going to plant outside because you can't define an area, can you? Okay, yeah, we're going to use these areas. That is fair enough. It's not a problem, is it? So we need... so we're not going to be doing what I plan to do, but I'm not bothered about that. We can start working on making this area a little better. In fact, I don't think there's anything here. We've got some farms. Right, we don't need this plantation, so let's get rid of those 3 people in there. We're gonna do a bit of tidying up. Probably makes a bit more sense. And that barn is almost full. Humble loom. Well, we've got a tailor elsewhere, so we don't need you now. You were just a temporary thing. There is a little space there. We could probably get away with putting some farms in there later on. I've got to be careful though, but I don't want to wipe all these things out and then have no sort of space for anything. Wait, let me rephrase that. Wipe all these out and have lots of space for things, but then not have enough food. There we are. See, it wasn't as difficult as I made that sound. So let's go with a 13 by 13. Oh, that's the one that's got the actual grass on it, but that's not a problem. As it's been pointed out, if I put grass squares, that is just going to lag the game a bit more. But I don't think. I mean, I do care about it in a sense, because I'm going to complain that the game is running slow, but at the same time, I don't care. So we're just going to put 3 of these right next to each other. If I can do it properly. There we go. And once they're built, at the moment, I'm just going to transfer the pigs and the goats to 1 each. But I will, just because I don't want them to die, basically. And I think they do die here eventually, if you leave it too long. But we can move them around later, so we're doing this more to save them. In fact, we probably don't need that 3rd one for now. Let's cancel that. Let's not give the builders too much. And there's the priority button. There it is. And I'm really looking forward, actually, to see what the developer of this game comes out with next, because they are obviously working on something. And I find that kind of exciting. Fisherman. Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's not a problem. We'll come back to you. You can wander around doing something aimlessly. So we need medieval canal. And we need, oh gosh, I forgot what this was like. Well, we got a bridge, so we don't need that. Where's just the normal piece? Am I going nuts? That's a corner piece. That's a corner. It's there. There we go. Not wide enough. Try you. And you're not the right. Oh, it's in here. Did I go full size here? Oh, I did as well. Wow. Okay, so that's going to need to be flattened first, I think. It's not going to let me place it. So we can go to this. Aha, there we go. Now, hopefully... Oh, I have put it the right way. And as soon as we have it open, it makes sense. If we can... Okay, I'm going to have to come and do that bit separately. It just wants to play silly beggars with me. And I'll put a couple of these in. Hopefully I've done that right. And we probably could do with another bridge somewhere up here as well, couldn't we? Because they're going to need to cross. Now, hopefully, again, this should... Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, what about a double bridge? Yeah, why not? It's something different, right? And suppose we could put the fisherman back up this end. Or does that not make any sense? Probably not. It's a little bit further away. I will do something with those. Do a canal dock just for the decoration, I suppose. And then we need the end piece, which is probably... Yeah, we don't want to run it all the way to the wall. So if we put you there, that's perfect. That's going to keep my builders super busy. So this bit here, I don't know if it's because we've asked to remove things or the terrain's just a bit funky. So we'll do that first. And we'll see if we can fix that. So yeah, I feel like we're going to do a bit of a fix-it episode. Just some tinkering here, some tinkering there. But at the end of the day, here we go. Some things should be fixed. Oh yeah, I forgot I changed the road to something different. Do you know what it is? I don't like this curb or sidewalk or whatever you want to call it. I prefer this one. But I think the roads look nicer. The stones in this look nicer than this one. Yeah, I don't know. It's just when I'm looking at it, that's just sort of what I think. These builders are going to curse me, I'm telling you. Because I'm just going along adding so many more different things. How many have we got? Actually, oh God, we've got 40 builders. We've got 158 labourers. You see, we've got far too many people. I mean, it's sort of a good thing, I suppose. It means we're doing things right, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. Right, we're on the correct road here. I'm pretty sure we are. But if we... Let me do this correctly. So we're going to have you about there. So I'm trying to measure out exactly where the town hall is going to be, because I want it to be as central in this sort of square here as possible. Let's see if we can do it. Because I know me, I'm going to mess something up somewhere along the line. I'll replace that later on. I'm not too worried right now. We can do that later. These two can come out because they're wrong. Which requires one of them. Perfect. Right, okay. So, what have we got in the way of town halls? I think before I had a building that sort of matched these. I think it was one of the colonial charter sort of buildings. Are these? Yeah, they are the actual town halls. Okay, we don't want the White House. We want something a little bit more than a hut as well. We've used that one already, albeit I do like it. Yeah, the colonial hall. I kind of like this. Now, I could set it back. Do you know what? I might do that. I was just thinking I could put the courthouse in here as well. What I might do, that is, looks about central, is we'll set it back almost the entire way. And then we can do some nice gardens. I think that would look pretty nice. And what school is it in here? So, gazebo. What is that? It's, well, I mean, I know what a gazebo is, but it's not really anything as such. Globe Theatre. Interesting. So we got the courthouse. Now this matches all this sort of stuff. So, wait a minute. What's the difference between a governor's office? I think, yeah, the governor's office and the courthouse all sort of match this. So I could potentially put them behind here or have them up this side. But again, I'm not going to just flood this with everything because the builders are going to panic. And I think we're on... Let's switch it up to ×5. That should be fine. And Fisherman. Yeah, we'll take these 2 out for now because we're not using them. Fisherman. Fisherman would be under F. There we go. Perfect. Whoa, what the heck is going on here? Talk about idle hands. These people have all got to be builders or labourers. Yeah, look, they've got nothing else to do. Oh my goodness. I don't think, in all the time I've played this game, I've ever seen so many people congregated like that, just doing nothing. That's quite fascinating, to be fair. So, yeah, we've got that. We need to decorate this too. Okay. Actually, to be fair, the builders are cracking on. Actually, I'm not complaining. They've done this already. We have a trader coming in here. I'm just wondering though. Wait a minute. So we've only got hardwood in here. Okay. Now hardwood we're using for furniture, aren't we? I'm wondering. I don't want to turn this trader off as such, but he just brings lots of random stuff. So the question is, should we just... Oh, there's the building. Should we take the hardwood out of here? I mean, we are using it, so I'd rather not, like, waste it. Because I'm pretty sure we're trading the fancy furniture. I could be wrong. Let me see what we've got. I've got this open now. I came all the way over to check that. Yeah, see, fancy furniture. We've only got 2 of those, so we probably need to sort of think about what we're building. Now, I don't need to do jade. I could just stick to marble. But then having more than one mine makes sense. Okay, we've got lots of things to think about. We'll keep that open for now. Got plenty of food being grown. So pause while we shift around. 9 of 9, 12 of 14. Okay, so these are working okay. There's some fertilizer. We'll always be happy to see that. So homewares, we're not interested. Fancy furniture. Okay, so that literally just takes odd wood. They're not producing a lot, so we probably need more than one of these buildings, and we could probably... I mean, we're at the point of needing these now. We're not building the sort of buildings that need them, so we could cut back on some of these things. And that's the point I was getting at the beginning. We expanded massively to do what we needed to do, and now we've got too many people, which is hard to sustain, but we don't actually need that many people. It's good to see this working. And it's definitely working better because we're producing more and more. Now the only thing here is we've got some sneaky trees coming in. Now they probably... Oh, they have got some fodder. What have you got? Oh, wow. Okay, they're doing a really good job. And I'm still wondering about putting the flower building in to pick up the flowers. I don't know. We'll sort of see. But I kind of like this, you know. It's sort of pretty in a different way. Because it's not just the bare grass like this, or the ground. It just makes... It looks like a meadow almost. It's kind of nice. So it adds something aesthetic at the same time. How are we getting on here? Okay, you're ready. So we'll put pigs in you. We'll put 2 people in there. And you're not finished yet. So let's chuck a priority on you. Hopefully we've not killed them yet. Oh, they're still there. That's more food as well. Perfect. Yeah, so we're just sort of waiting for that to happen. Let's pause as we move. How are we getting on here? Did I put the new piece in here? I don't think I did. I don't know why I'm clicking around because that does do nothing. I'm sure there's a better way of putting that. It doesn't do anything. There we are. Perfect. And that's in there. I mean, I can see. I was just saying you can't click on it, but you can see it when you put it in. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me today. It's been a busy weekend. It has been my birthday, but having to drive to Manchester. I'm going to moan about driving for 4 hours, but for anyone in bigger countries like America, 4 hours is probably nothing when you're used to driving for days to get somewhere. But when you're not, it's awful. What are these people doing? I'm tempted to increase the builders, but I don't think it makes a difference. You can only assign so many builders for so many projects, right? Let's just do it anyway. But I think there comes a point where, because if we take this for example, oh, it's not getting assigned. That's a building. There's a town hall. So this can only have a maximum of 4 builders. So it doesn't. I could have 100 builders, but there's still only going to be 4 attached to it, which is a shame. You can't increase it. I get it. You don't want too many people on the building site trying to do it, but yeah, it is what it is. We'll put a pathway in. I think we'll use... I'm just going to stick to the standard stone that we've been using. So we'll put that. Actually, I don't know if you heard the car horn then. People get very trigger happy on the horns around here. Very impatient people. There we go. Put you in there. Perfect. Right, I'm just going to give it a second to catch up and I'll be right back with you. Okay, we're back, and the colonial hall, or the town hall, is now in place. I've put one of the fountains in. I need to have a good look and just find some different things. So I've put a fountain that has a, in fact I can show you. Actually it's not that one, I think it's not that one either, it is this one. I mean, straight out of World of Warcraft by the looks of it, but that does perfect things for the area. I think it just suits it. Obviously we need to put some plants and things like that around there. But unfortunately, I think we've come to the end of this episode. I'm trying to keep the episode around 20 minutes. Again, not quite what I'd planned for this episode, but hopefully now I've got a week off work. I can get some things done and catch some things up in between the videos and just make sure we're in the best place possible when it comes to recording things. Anyway, on that note, until next time, as always, take care.